Alright guys, Darren from FBA Elite and welcome back to another video. So in this week's video we're going to be taking a look at product research. This is the follow-up to the video I released 2 weeks ago where I was discussing product research criteria. So in this video I'm going to be showing you the techniques that I use to find products on Amazon that you can then sell with FBA. So there are 5 methods that I want to show you. Before I get into the individual methods, I just want to put a few caveats in place. The first thing I want you guys to keep in mind is your product research criteria. There is little point going to Amazon and looking for products unless you actually know what you are searching for. So if you haven't watched my video from 2 weeks ago, I will put a link to it in the top comment and also in the description. That shows you how to develop your own product research criteria so that when you come to Amazon and start looking for products, you know what you're actually looking for. The second thing I want you to keep in mind is the current climate. Obviously, with what's going on around the world and lots of lockdowns going on in different places and at different stages and at different levels, and also as we're moving into Q4, you may be seeing sales figures picking up or decreasing depending on the niche, that the sales you're seeing at the moment and all the way into early 2021 probably won't be 100% reflective of what you can expect to see long term. So make sure you do your full research into any products you find to make sure the sales you're seeing are not seasonal or aren't as a result of what's going on in the world at the moment. And then finally, the third thing you need to keep in mind is that you will need software to carry out product research. So you need sales estimator software so that you can see the predicted sales for any niche you are looking at. Now there are lots of different pieces of software you can use and you're free to use whichever one you want. My personal preference is X-Ray from Helium 10 and that is what I will be using in this video. So just before I get into it, if you do want to use Helium 10, and I'll show you in the video, there are some discount codes there. So the techniques themselves. Up first we have negative search, which I've struck through and put a sad smiley face next to. Now this used to be my favorite method, and if you go back to any of my old product research tutorials, you will see negative search near the top of all of those lists. However, unfortunately, Amazon seems to have retired this technique, so you can no longer go onto Amazon and use this technique. A few people let me know on the FBA Elite forums that it wasn't working. I checked it out myself, and sure enough, it was not working. So the first technique that I want to share with you that does actually work, and that is the category-based auto-suggest. So I'm going to take it over to Amazon now and show you both of these techniques. So up first, I'm just going to show you the negative search not working. So for example, if we were searching for chopping boards, you used to be able to use negative searches in the keywords to exclude products that you didn't have any interest in. So for example, if I wasn't interested in wooden chopping boards, I could have put in wooden here and that would have excluded wooden from the search criteria. Instead, it seems to include it. So negative search no longer works and it can't be used to activate all of the categories and all of the filters that I've showed you previously. So unfortunately, that is one of my favorite techniques that has now been retired due to, I don't know why Amazon have removed this. I think a negative search is vital to any good search engine. But yeah, Amazon have removed it. The next one was the category-based auto-suggest. So if we go back to the Amazon homepage, this is a really, really simple one. There are lots of categories on Amazon you can choose from here. But if you just literally put in any letter, Amazon will start suggesting product ideas. Now these products that they suggest are the products that are in highest demand on Amazon. So this list is generated based on how many sales these products are making. So the ones you see at the top, you know, are going to be selling really, really well. So if we do C or if we do D, you know, you can see all of the top level products. Now, lots of people are going to see these products and the chances are if they are popping up on the parent top level category with one letter, they're probably going to be too high demand for many of us new Amazon FBA sellers. So what I like to do is add on a second letter. So for example, if it was D, maybe we'd put D8 and see what comes up. So we've got dash cams, darts, dad gifter. Again, maybe that is a little bit too general. So you might want to add in a third character and so on. But where this really comes onto its own is where you start selecting additional categories. So home and kitchen is a very popular FBA category. And you'll start to see things that you've never heard of before, and then you think, I'm going to start looking into this, like Abizo pans. I have no idea what this is. It looks like it's actually someone's brand, so let's completely ignore that. That was a very bad suggestion. So let's try AB again, see what else we have. Abstract rug. So anyone want to get into abstract rugs? You know, I wouldn't have even thought about these ideas. Chances are probably too big and heavy, but it's a really good way. Let's try some different ones. You can also add in a keyword from that category. So if we're in home and kitchen, if I put in, I don't know, cleaning is something you probably do a lot of in home and kitchen. Put in cleaning, so we've got a cleaning caddy, a cleaning brush, cleaning vinegar, cleaning gloves. Stuff that maybe you would never have ever thought about, but we've just popped in a random word. Let's see what a cleaning caddy is actually. I'm not sure what's going to come up here. So it looks like something you carry around, something you may carry around, but usually it's where you store all your stuff, then you use it when you're doing your cleaning around the house. So maybe there you are, there's an FBA product you can find just by using the category-based auto-suggest. But let's go back to the presentation. And the next technique that I really like is the store radar. Now, I would have talked about this in previous videos, and this can be combined with pretty much any other technique in the list. So how it works with store radar is you find a seller that already has a successful product, and then you see what other products they have. So let me just take you back to Amazon quickly to show you how that would work. So if we stick with Cleaning Caddy as the example, let's run Helium 10, X-ray from Helium 10 on this, and you can see there are some sales here doing some reasonable numbers. So if we try and find some FBA products, so I've got an FBA product that doesn't show sales, FBA there. Lakeland is a big brand, so let's not go with Lakeland. Let's try and pick someone with a few less. So here we go, we've got TB, I'm not really sure who they are, so let's try this at 170 sales. Let's take a look at their product. And then once you click through to their product page, on the right hand side you'll see it will be sold by, and then the name of the seller, and then fulfilled by Amazon. So if we click on the seller name here, this will load their seller profile page, and then you click onto the products tab, and this will give you a list of all of the products that they sell. So if we run Helium 10 on this, and you can see they've got quite a few products that are selling in pretty good numbers. So you might want to go through these products one at a time and see if there's any ideas here for FBA products that might be of interest to you. Sometimes you come across some completely random stuff that you had no idea even existed. So it's a really good way. So Store Radar can be combined with pretty much any technique. If you find a product that's selling really well, look at the seller and see what other products that they have, because you might find some really good ideas, such as this bootjack welly remover. I've never heard of that in my life. You know, maybe it's a little bit too cheap for an FBA product, but it gives you an idea of how you can find completely random products with the Store Radar technique. Now, this next one is something that someone suggested to me on FBAelite.com. So a shout out to Pav for this suggestion, as I think it's a really, really good idea. And that is to look through your order history. And let me explain why it's so powerful once I've taken you back over to Amazon. So here we are on my order history page, and the reason this is so powerful kind of goes back to my previous video where I mentioned that you only really want to look at products that you fully understand. Now, whether that's through a hobby or an interest or from actually using the product. So in theory, anything that's in your order history, you've actually handled in your hands. You've engaged with that product and you know the faults it has. So you can go through your order history, look for lots of different product ideas, and automatically you should have ideas on how you could improve that product to stand out in the niche. And that's why this is so powerful, is all of these products you've held in your hands, and you'll know very quickly whether or not you can enhance them or not. The other good thing is this goes back for years. So if you've got an old Amazon account like mine goes all the way back to 2004, there must be hundreds, if not thousands, of potential product ideas on there. But take some time to go through your order history. I'm sure you can find some great ideas, especially if you've got an Amazon account that's a few years old with lots of orders for you to look through. So the next one does require some software. Now, this can be Helium 10, but many of the other software packages that are available do offer this facility, and that is to do a keyword lookup. So let me take you over to Helium 10 and show you how this could be used to develop product ideas and also to get alternative product suggestions. So here we are in Helium 10, and I'm using the magnet keyword research tool. So if we go here and pop in Cleaning Caddy as an example, that's the one we've seen so far. Put Cleaning Caddy in there, make sure you've got it set to the correct country. So once the results come up, the first place I like to look is the word frequency cloud, as quite often this will produce an idea that you can then do further research into, so that we can see some of the most popular keywords related to the Cleaning Caddy are storage, box, kitchen, organizer, etc. So if we click on, for example, box, that will then apply that as a filter in addition to Cleaning Caddy, and then when we come down, we can see here, so we've got a cleaning box organizer, so there's another way of calling it instead of Cleaning Caddy. But again, you can just click straight on these links, go to Amazon, and then you can run Helium 10 again and see what the stats are like. So it's a really good way of finding other niches. So maybe a gardening toolbox instead. Let's take a look at that. So it gives you a way of just coming up with completely random ideas, even though you do start with a product ideas. And you can add additional terms or remove terms as you go. But this is a really good way of, one, getting ideas on how you can improve the product. So although it's called a cleaning caddy, you might see here other ideas, maybe a cleaning caddy with a lid. Or if you scroll down, you might see some just suggestions here how you can enhance that product. Alternative, as we've just seen with the gardening toolbox, it might give you a completely different product that is related to cleaning caddy, but it's actually a completely different product, and then you can see what the stats are like. Actually, let's run the stats on this and see how we're looking. And the sales stats for this product are actually quite low. So this probably wouldn't be a product I look into any further, just purely because the sales are quite minimal and they're not very widespread either. But it does give you an idea of how you can get different product ideas. So let me just go back to the presentation and we'll bring up the final point. And that is that I want you to get off of Amazon. So get up, walk around your house, go and look at all of the different rooms. You know, go to your kitchen, go to your bathroom, go to your bedroom, take a look at some of the random products that are dotted around your house, and I'm sure you'll get some ideas. Also, if you're happy to go to the shops at the moment, as I know some people aren't, go to the shops, take a look at some of the seasonal sections. So if you're in Tesco's or Asda or whatever supermarket you go to the seasonal aisle. They're normally rammed full of FBA style products and can give you some great ideas. That applies to all of the homeware shops as well, places like Dunelm Mill, TK Maxx, anything like that. You know, go to those sort of shops, take a look around while the missus is doing some shopping, take a look around those shops and get some ideas for Amazon products. So hopefully you guys have found these ideas helpful. We've got 5 different methods there you can use to find products on Amazon. Like I said, if you haven't seen my product research criteria video, make sure you check that out. I'll link to that in the comments. Also, be aware that sales that you see at the moment may not be reflective of what you can expect long term. I've also did a video probably a month or 2 ago now showing you how to do research post lockdown, so I'll also link to that in the top comment and description as well, as that shows you how to ensure the products you're looking at, the sales figures are a good indicator of what you're going to see going forward. It helps also check whether the price has been consistent as well, because the last thing you want to do is find a product you think is selling really well at a really good price, only to find that isn't the case long term, because the niche is, you know, massively oversaturated at the moment, which has driven prices down, or it's undersaturated and prices gone up, or maybe demand has dropped off or gone up because of what's happening at the moment. So make sure you check out that video, as it will ensure you don't find a product which turns out to be duff by the time you get it to Amazon in a few months' time. So hopefully you guys have found this video useful. If you did, if you just take one moment, scroll down and hit that like button, that would be massively appreciated. And if you want to see more videos like this as I go through the entire Amazon FBA process again from start to finish, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to speak to myself and over 2,000 other people involved in Amazon FBA, go to fbaelite.com, sign up, it's completely free, and I'll see you guys on the forums.